Hi, everybody. This is Daniel Hutchins, and I am actually in a hotel right now. I'm actually in New Jersey. Yep. So I'm in a different place right now, but it's just for today. But okay, we are actually going to be talking about an article, a Batman related article from our long awaited friend, IndieWire. Yeah, we haven't talked from IndieWire in a very long time. Now, I wanted to pay a visit back to IndieWire because IndieWire is a entertainment website that most of you longtime subscribers probably remembered I talked about things from before. So, okay everyone, we are back again visiting on our friend IndieWire. Okay, so the scoop of this news is that Paul Dano couldn't sleep while he was filming The Batman due to playing the terrifying Riddler. Okay, yes. So what I felt the opportunity was that Matt Reeves was giving me a villain in a film that was more real, potentially more terrifying. Okay, this is from the actor himself, Paul Dano. Now we know he's a really great actor, but we gotta figure out what's going on with him. Okay, Paul Dano's first foray of the superhero world has been a long time coming, but we were waiting for the right ones in the right time. But again, where you're in collaboration with people and material that excites you, the Prisoner star has told Entertainment Weekly, which is a news site, that about signing on to the Batman from theaters on March the 4th. We were totally surprised, frankly, that the script was very good. But again, we felt immediately on the page from page 1 to page 2. You can tell that the director, Matt Reeves, was seeing the film through, and they wrote, you could feel even the action scenes with a type of energy behind the fights and the violence. It was just very well conceived. Okay, everybody. So, well conceived, in fact, that Dano couldn't shake his serial killer ego, the Riddler, during production. There are some nights around that I probably don't sleep as well as I wanted to because it's a little hard to come down from his character, he said. So it takes a lot of energy to get there. You almost have to sustain it. Once you go there, it's kind of hard coming out of it. So Dano himself added that I felt like this was an opportunity that Matt Reeves was giving me with a villain in a film that was more real and potentially very terrifying. The transformation into the Riddler has also added Dano's physical restlessness, after the star has suggested covering himself up with plastic wrap since the criminal mastermind would go through some extreme measures to not leave some DNA on the crime scene. My head was just throbbing with heat, he said, after taking off the Riddler costume. I went home that night after the first full day. I was almost like I couldn't sleep because I was scared of what was happening in my head. It was like compressed with sweat and heat and lacks of oxygen. I was like feeling really crazy. And despite Reeves' Riddler paralleling the real life Zodiac killer, we know Dano took his own path while embodying the comic book character, opposite from Robert Pattinson Batman. We always felt more instinctively that the Riddler is just so much more than just the terms of intent of purpose. You didn't get too much of the Zodiac killer, frankly, though, he said, but it's still kind of there, he said, because one thing Matt and I spoke about immediately was the two sides of trauma. Bruce Wayne as a kid experiencing trauma and the Batman being born from that. Sometimes we can take our scars or wherever we want and call it. But then, if you can feel the fire with fire and drive toward greatness at times, there's another side of the coin. There are traumas, scars, and pains that drive you another direction or other directions. And again, the thought was just very powerful in the scripts. We thought that it was a sense of good and evil, as it was not as black and white, as often as a superhero film can be. And we thought that those gray areas were really exciting. Writer director Reeves noted the Riddler in Batman is an omnipresent ghost who has used anonymity to his advantage. Again, there's a photo of him here on IndieWire, you can see. Okay, so when we came up with this idea that the Riddler would be sending correspondence to Batman, we was like captivating to me and was like, you're a character whose mode is to work as a symbol. Again, to be anonymous, you come out of the shadows. Nobody is supposed to know who you are. Your power comes from the fact that you're anonymous, we've said. The flip side of this is that withholding your Riddler, he has more power. He was more unsettling as he felt like the ghost throughout the whole movie. His kind of presence that you never know where he would show up or how he affects things. This is the mystery that puts Batman in a very vulnerable position because he doesn't understand from where and how the Riddler was acting. The Batman is supposed to be rated PG-13, but it still embraces the psychological turmoil from his characters. Again, they are heroes, villains, and in between. It's funny to be something that has been so much fan culture and fervor around it, he said. And to my best surprise, I'm really enjoying it, seeing what Matt was doing. The camera was doing and Rob out the windows. I was like, I just felt like, fuck, this is making a movie, like capital M movie. Okay, so again, guys, let me know your thoughts about this. This is just a little information about what's going on with Paul Dano, and how he's been doing as far as with his playing the role of the Riddler. Again, everybody, this is just another short one. I'm probably gonna maybe do another one. Probably now since I guess I'm up now, so I don't know. I might do another. I don't know. I'm just sitting awake on my bed and I'm watching the Olympics on the other TV. So yeah, things are pretty good. But yeah, I'm not supposed I'm not supposed to leave the hotel until around 9. So I'm not supposed to be leaving the hotel again until 9. So that's kind of like where I have to, of course, I'm supposed to be going to my sister's wedding. I'm supposed to be going to my sister's wedding around 9 in the morning. And then, of course, the wedding actually technically doesn't take place until 10, but I have to be there at 9. But yeah, that's what's going on. So yeah, I'll do another one if I can try. And then I'll see you guys around a little later. See you, everybody. Bye.